Hey everybody, welcome back to the page. Give me just a second. I'm trying to get back over here again. Oh, okay. This here muzzleloader was my brother's. He's deceased now. He passed away in a car accident. This here is a Black Knight T-boat, and it has been converted from the number 11s to the 209 shotgun primers, but you have to have these little plastic cap things that holds the primers, and they go in there and go up on the breech plug, and then it lines that cap up to shoot into the thing. And then this is he made this. He cut the thing in two. It was actually made like this, and he cut it in two and put it in this little can. That's the thing that puts those on there for you. But I guess he wanted it smaller for his pack or something. But my brother-in-law bought this muzzleloader new, and I think he had a year or two. And Jesse come down one day looking for a muzzleloader. My brother-in-law hadn't hunted with it, and I bought it, give it to Jesse. Well, I gave it to Jesse, and he I told him to take it and use it, and as long as he hunted, he could use this muzzleloader. Well, when he passed away, my little brother bought all his guns and stuff from his widow, and he let me have this one back because of the history of me and Jesse with it. But I tried shooting it a couple years ago. My niece my niece was trying to take up muzzleloader. We was gonna let her use this one, and I hadn't shot it since I got it back. We took and shot it, or tried to shoot it, and could not hit a paper at 10 feet with it. And I was like, something ain't right. We got looking, and where she had put the gun like that, tilt a little bit, the bullet would slide out of the barrel. And one time he did bring it to me, and I kid you not, he had powder, bullet, powder, and bullet. If he done that again and shot it, I don't know. But I took it apart that time and cleaned it, and I told him, I said, son, you're going to be more careful. I said, you're going to get yourself killed. Now, what I always do, when I get a muzzleloader, I drop this ramrod down in there. And see how it just barely does stick up? That tells me that this gun's empty. If it's setting up about that high, I know that gun's got a load in it. If it's setting up that high, better not shoot that, better clean it. But my brother was a very, very hyper person. And he only heard one thing, is what he heard in his head. You could try to tell him stuff, and it just one ear out the other. But he wasn't like a hyper bad person. He was just hyper, and bless his heart, he died way too young. But I'm going to try to see if I can discover what happened with this muzzleloader, and can it be fixed. Now, on these T-boats, see, when you pull this handle out, this handle pulls out, then back. And then you just pull it right on back out the end, and it comes right straight out. And I guess that's why they call it a T-boat. I don't honestly know. But it's been a good one. It's he hunted with it many years, and he killed several deer with it. I don't have a socket in here to take that breech plug out with, and I do want to take it out. So let me run out here to the shed, get some tools, and I'll come right back, and we'll see about getting this apart and seeing if we can discover, what he done, or what happened to the gun. But let me run out here just a second, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went and got a tool set so I can try to get that out, but I realized I'm gonna have to take the trigger assembly and stuff out because the socket won't bypass it going up in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this stock off. I'm going to pull this ramrod out. Not yet, bolt down there. Okay. These trigger assemblies on these old knives just has one bolt right here in the front. You just take that loose. I know Knight's out of business, but I'm still a big fan of the Knight equipment they brought out. Okay, let me see if that. I may have to do a hillbilly vice on this one too. Let me try something. I'm having trouble with this scope ring here wanting to come off, so I'm going to take it off. I done dropped one screw, and even though I have several more, I don't want to create a problem I don't have to. And I don't know if I have a rail system that'll fit this. I can't see what that is. That's a flathead screw. Okay. Trying to see another screw while I'm here, but I don't. I remember one time me and him was up there above Mommy's hunting. Well, it was my mother-in-law's. And he actually shot deer with this rifle. And it didn't die instantly like he thought it should or would. And it run about 25 yards or so, laid down. And if it's too graphic for you, I'm sorry. But it went to, blat and real loud. And bless his heart, he kind of panicked. And he when I got down there, him and that deer went about 5 rounds. And far as I could tell, there wasn't gonna be no victory in it. And he took my muzzleloader I was hunting with at the time to finish his deer off. But he just, got tore up. He'd never I guess everything he ever shot had a, where you could repeat the round without reloading, but he found out with muzzleloaders it ain't that easy. I'm gonna put this in this hillbilly vise again, but I'm gonna try my best not to scar his gun up. Let me see here. Lay this over here before I lose it. I think it just come loose. Now I know this gun ain't been shot in a many a day, except she was shooting it, but I remember one time he come up deer hunting, and he had always asked my mother-in-law, could he hunt him right there in her yard? And it didn't matter if it was the 10th time he was down there during season. He'd always asked her if it was okay for him to go hunting. And buddy, she was about to skin him. My gun's good and clean. I knowed it was. I'm 99% sure I was the one cleaned it, but I'm gonna try something here. Let me go in here and get a bullet, a sabot, and see if how hard it is to go down in there, and see if it's issue of the sabot or if it is an issue with the barrel. But I would like to see this old girl back in service, so let me run in here and grab one, and I'll be right back. Oh. I might get them editing crew to figure out why my little clicker ain't working. It's supposed to turn that off and on for me, but it don't. And it makes me make funny noises when I have to do it. Okay, I went and got these Ridgeline, no, it's Ridgeback Sabbats. I'm just going to push it through with the ramrod if I can, and see where the problem is. It seems tight there. Okay. Still seems like it's good and tight. I mean, it's not the tightest that I've ever pushed a Sabbat down in, but let me see about this one. This one here is what we used to shoot. It was a big barrel load. I mean, like 300 grain. But it seems like it's going to be pretty easy to push. Yeah. What I'm curious about, I don't know how to mic that barrel. I don't see no like cracks or stresses or nothing in it. I wonder though. Let me try something. I don't know if it'll work or not. This may not be a good idea, so I ain't telling y'all try this. But I'm going to put a ring of black tape around that and see if that'll tighten that up just enough to make it hold a little better. Oh. Now listen, don't try this at home. I'm a professional idiot. I don't reckon I'm an idiot, but I'm not gonna shoot this like this. I'm gonna see first, see if I can get it just a little bit tighter. I don't know how he could have stretched that barrel unless he did double load it and actually shot it. And I don't know how accurate this would be by doing this. Okay. That ain't gonna work. Let's try something else. I may have to see how these work in the. I put tape around the bullet, and I'm gonna try to put it in the sabot. Let me cut it off. But I do remember when he was hunting with this gun, it was not easy to get the bullets down in it, which tells me either the bullets have changed or something on the gun has changed. Now I got that ring of tape, just one ring of tape around it, and it's. Let's see how this works. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna like it. Cause I'm gonna say you won't be able to. Yeah, you can't. That gets it down there tight too, buddy. All right. Hmm. I do believe that might be the answer. So my question is, and I know there's a lot of y'all out there know more about this than I do. With a regular sabot and bullet, I mean, you can push that down with no problem whatsoever. You see that? Look. Well, the bullet didn't fall out. I may try this gun again and see what it does. Best I remember, we shot 100 grains. I'm putting this grease with the anti-seize on this breech plug to make sure that it does not seize up in this gun when it's being shot. And And this in here I would like to take hunting again because just in fact it was his. Okay. I need to see if I can find a nipple wrench to fit it. Or a breech wrench, whatever you call it. Seemed like it had a rough thread or two there. I'm going to go back and forth on it. Okay. I'm just going to reassemble this one. See what happens. I may take it out and try to shoot it. Let's see. I got them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the trigger assembly back in it. It's got some kind of tar looking substance on it. I don't know what that is. That looks bad. It's greasy looking. Oh. I'm going to put my little Lucas oil on it. Now, these triggers here were adjustable. You just adjust it right there in the front. Now, I'm not putting a heavy coating, just a thin one on it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and set it back on the stock. You know, Knight sure made a good stout stock. That thing is stout. It ain't got no twist to it. or nothing. I mean, back in, dude, they was ahead of the game a lot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the I'm gonna oil this a little bit and try to clean it up. It's T-bolt. If I decide to shoot this and give it a try, I'll take y'all along with me. Maybe it's just one of them guns. I think, if I'm not wrong, they do 100 barrels with a die, and the first ones are loose, and the last ones are tight as the die wires. Uh, I don't know that for 100%, but I think that's something I read one time. Okay. Well, he turned upside down, so I ain't fighting it the whole time. There it is. Forward is fire, back is safety on these. I don't know if either one of these will be usable. But the two, I guess I'd like to see this one being used more than the other one I done this morning. I done a Thompson Center Scout earlier, and now the thing most people don't understand about these old knights, buddy, they come with a trigger safety right here, and then they had a nipple safety when you pull that back. And if you leave this forward, it won't shoot. You got to roll that baby back, then pull the trigger, and then it'll fire. So they actually had a double safety on them. But they were real good guns. I may see if I can't get this scope thing back on it. Let me put this in there so we don't lose it. And I'll tell you, I know they've made quite a bit of advancements in muzzle loaders, you know, compared to back in the day. But in all honesty, these right here out to about 100 yards is just as good as any other muzzleloader that you'll buy today. I'm going to have to pull that sled back up here. I do need to see if I've got a. It'd be a lot easier if it had them rails on it. Let me see what I can do. Okay. Okay, let me look in this box. Oh. I went to a bigger box for my gun stuff, but it still ain't big enough. Let's see. Well, that was going to be too big. That there'll work. Let me see. It'd be nice if I'd had a magnet in it, but it don't. Okay, let me set this up here. I'll turn this off for now. These may have to go back on it, but I'm going to try to put a little better set on it. I'm just going to turn it around where I can get to them. I may have to hunt a longer one. That won't even go down in there. Man, that trick. Oh, I guess it's that thing there. Let me see if I can find a little screwdriver to go down there, and I'll be right back with you. All right, I'll be right back with you. Okay, I found a screwdriver. Let me go ahead and see if I can. I know where the problem was. See, that's tight. Look at this. Ain't no wonder that wasn't holding alignment. Now, let's see. Where my little see something at? That'll work there. It'll work there. So I found 2 rails. Let's see if I can find some screws, and I did. That's what I'm saying. Don't throw away that stuff that comes extra in them scopes. You can always put them on something else. It's kind of getting warm outside a little bit. Well, it's at about freezing. I may have to go feed, so I don't put on breeches today. I'm one of those people everybody hates because I walk around half the winter in a pair of shorts. I've actually had people ask me, "What's wrong with you?" But when you get big as I am, I guess you're insulated. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna. This one ain't quite fitting it, so I will put them on there just snug with that, and then we'll tighten them on down with something else. Let me see if I can find the actual Allen wrench that fits him. One of these days, I like to have all this in a desk where I can get to it real easy. Okay, that seems to be it. I'm sorry this video's running so long, but I'm trying to improve this little gun. Okay. Let me see. Let me put this back in there. I'll flop this back over one more time. Or I said I would, didn't I? I think next time I go to the auction, flea market, whatever. I'll see if I can't find me a gun cleaning box, put all this stuff in. Well, I got to sit here, but man, they are high rise, so these won't stay on it. But I was going to make sure that, yep. Well, we'll call that good enough, but I don't like these scope mounts are way too tall. That's for a big high powered scope, but I'm gonna leave them on there for now. I may try to take it out and fire it a couple times and see if it will do right. I'd like for it to, because I'd actually hunt with that one. That mean a lot to me. Oh. Well, there's the old night. That was my brother's. And I'm going to continue to fix it up. When I get some scopes and stuff, I'll put some videos on me putting the scopes on and all that. And when I go shoot them, I'll bring you along for that. But this, we'll call it the cleaning and trying to figure out what happened to this gun. I still believe it's awful loose in that bore. But it may have been where all this mess up here was so loose. I mean, you never know. But I didn't want to kept it from shooting like it's supposed to. But I'm going to fool around with it a little more and see if I can figure it out. If anybody's got an idea, let me know, because it used to hold a real tight, when you're putting a ramrod in there, it's real tight. Now it's not. And I'm going to look and see if it would expand that barrel if you double load it like that and shot it. I guess it's entirely possible. But I sure would like to see this old girl back in the woods. There wasn't much moving on that, and boy, when the deer come through, you just click that for listen. You bloom. And it was all over. But thank y'all for coming along with this video. I just want to make sure that it was in good shape and everything was clean in it like I thought it was. I'm gonna put some I always put paper towel into my barrels to keep them from getting as rusty. It kind of keeps moisture out of them and all. But I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna go feed and water the critters and run out here and feed and water the neighbor's dog for them. But may have to do a load laundry today. I need to wash my hunting clothes. We got another week or so of deer season, but it's muzzleloader, and as you can see, I ain't got one to hunt with right now. So this here don't have sights. If it had sights, I'd be awful tempted to take it. I got a set of sights in there. Might work on it. Let me grab him and look and see. They may line up. These here come off an old Savage 110 I had years ago. The scope I put on it, you couldn't leave the sights on it. I believe that right there might work. So this other one on the front. That ain't right. That can't be right. It's showing it might actually work. I might put iron sights on this old gun too. But let me. If y'all don't care to hang around just a second, we'll see if these backings will work at least. That's right and left. Guess it's that right there. No, it ain't gonna work. I could put one in it, but I don't think that would hold secure enough to make it where I'd trust it. Then on the front one, I could absolutely. Well, let's see. Yeah. I may look and see if they actually sell a set of iron sights for T-bolt on eBay. But I don't think I'm gonna mess up these here. All right. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I know this might got a lot done, but it let me know some questions and answers about these two guns. I do believe they're both viable, and I will fix them. And we'll just go from there with them and see what we can do. But I'm gonna jump off here. Y'all have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be good to each other. If you don't care, like and subscribe. If you know something I don't know about these old muzzle loaders, like why that be so easy to slide down through there and stuff, let me know. But just you know, I'm learning like y'all are. So just if you know something I don't know, let me know. All right, y'all have a good day.